Yeah, yeah. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What is really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler, and it's that time of the year. It is that time of the year where I get to talk about my favorite sport, college football. For the longest time, I thought it was professional football. It's not. It's college football. Yes, it is that time of the year, and we had some games this weekend. We had some games this weekend, and we had some surprising results. Quite a few of us. I know where I live at. Folks was partying real hard after what went down Friday, after what went down Saturday night. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. What is going on? Mr. Ray Smith is in the building. My spiritual, my elder is in the building. What is going on? I see we got Groovy tonight. Really do like the way you groovy. Yeah, really do like. Yeah, we got Groovy in the building. We got Nightellum in the building. Listen, um, I have not been fulfilling my responsibilities as the griot when it comes to Black Panther comic book fandom. I have been taking a sabbatical that I normally take this time of year. Yeah, first week of college football, I don't like being disturbed. I don't like being disturbed, whether my team win or lose. I don't like being called. I don't. I see we got four. I see we got four. We could use some more, but that's enough. That's enough. I'm gonna go ahead and greet everybody that's in here. Like I said, we had some games. We did have some games. And I'm trying to figure out where should I start first in regards to the game that we had. The president of the Black Panther fan group, Kamoyo King has pulled up. He is down in Louisiana. Shout out to the LSU Tigers. We're gonna talk about it. Yes, we're gonna talk about it. That being said, I'm gonna be fair. I'm in the 850 area, right? It does. We gonna start off with something that we saw the other. Oh my. Florida State, who was 13 and a half point underdogs, took down Alabama 31-17. Wow. I just need y'all to know the 850 was rocking Saturday night. Yes. Oh, they stormed the field. Oh, Tennessee Street. Oh, Lord Jesus, Hammer. Tennessee Street. North Monroe Street. Oh man. Ain't no telling what the Moon did that night, the Top Flight Club did that night, the Shriners Club did that night. Oh, there is no telling. No telling. Because I stayed home. I stayed home. I did what you do when you already partied like a rock star. I stayed home. But how many of us had Florida State beating Alabama by 14? That is not what I had. I had Alabama -3. That tells you I really didn't have that much faith, that much confidence in Alabama. Why? Nick Saban not there. Yeah. Nick Saban not there, and I'm old enough to remember what Alabama used to be like before Nick Saban got there. Let me tell you what we had going on here. We had one Thomas Castellanos, Castellanos, Castellanos. Castellanos say, based on what he saw on the video, he ain't believe Alabama could do nothing with him. Wow. When the last time you heard somebody talk about that like Alabama? Like, I don't think Alabama can stop. He essentially said he didn't believe Alabama could stop him. Like, and they couldn't. My buddy went off 9 for 14. I know that don't seem like much. 152 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, one sack, 78 yards rushing. One touchdown, and I don't know if y'all saw the game, but it's been a minute Even when Alabama was losing games last year, they just looked like the less disciplined team. They didn't look like they were the less physical team. They didn't look like they were the slower team. I'm here to tell you on Saturday night, Alabama looked like they were the slower team and the less physical team. I don't know how we got here. I do not know how we got here. Ty Simpson, the quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide, 23 of 43 for 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks. Two touchdowns, 3 sacks. And if we want to know, Alabama got a problem. I got several red flags. The red flag segment of the show. Yes, if you are a fan of the Alabama Crimson Tide, you need to be concerned. Why? Time of possession favorite Florida State. Yeah, that whole thing I was talking about, Florida State looked like they were the more physical football team. Yeah, time of possession favorite Florida State. Total yards, FSU had 382. That's a red flag. We don't normally see teams have more total yards than Florida State, and we definitely we don't see too many teams have more total yards than Alabama, and we definitely don't see too many teams outrush Alabama, especially if we talking about they from the ACC. Yet FSU did it, 230 yards to 87. That's a red flag. That means you go up against somebody that's going to run the football, can run the football, and not going to stop running the football. Alabama is in trouble. They are in trouble. Sacks. Alabama gave up 3. Alabama gave up 3. So I don't. If you are a Alabama fan, I don't know where this is a problem. This is a problem. I don't see Alabama teams normally doing this, but they did it. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Kamoyo say Florida State shocked him. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll say it again. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying. I'm trying, but I ain't 2 plus 2 ain't adding up to be 4. I saw some stuff I ain't seen in a long time. I saw some stuff I ain't seen in a long time. And my biggest concern is I don't know if you can fix it. Because Florida State should have been an easy game. If we're being honest, Florida State should have been an easy game. That shouldn't have been that game. And then Alabama continued their problems from last year. They had 8 penalties in that game. 8 penalties to Florida State's 4. That ain't the same quarterback from last year. So that ain't gonna be the one that can run you out of dodge when protection break down. The receivers, I don't. If we're taking a look at Alabama's schedule, I want to do that to be fair. Like I said, at least 4 red flags to me. Time of possession wasn't on their side. Rushing yards weren't on their side. Penalties wasn't on their side. Being sacked wasn't on their side. I really don't know what to do with that. If I take a look at their upcoming schedule, well, we just need to know it doesn't get any easier. So Florida State, they play Louisiana Monroe next week. That should be a win. But then they got Wisconsin. Then they got Georgia. They got a bye, but then they got Georgia. Then they got Vanderbilt. Then they got Missouri. Like, I just need us to know what we're looking at here in regards to a Crimson Tide team that was supposed to be 1 year better under Kellen DeBoer, and it ain't necessarily looking like that. So and if you are somebody who is a content provider on YouTube and you're an Alabama fan, like Run the Ball, Kangaroo Black, Matt Be Great, mention the Georgia Bulldog football game. No, I don't consider us a rival with Alabama. It's Florida, Tennessee, Auburn. Y'all not our rivals, but the fact that y'all don't know how to mention us makes me feel some type of way. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, we're going to keep up with these notes. Then we're going to shift to the, I would say, the second most important game based on who's rocking with us. Mr. Ray Smith, my elder. We definitely going to take a look at this game. But before we do, we definitely going to take a look at it. If y'all have not hit that subscribe button, that like button, the share button, y'all go ahead and do that. Grand Madam Taro says she had just passed it through. My spiritual advisor just pulled up. Thank you so much for pulling up, Grand Madam. I appreciate it. We are in the building. We are in the building. We are in here. So we're gonna move to what I think is the second game we need to be discussing. Like I said, based on who rocking with us, based on who rocking with us and everything like that. I could get to Georgia Marshall. That ain't the game that we're gonna go to. No. We gonna talk about Texas versus Ohio State. I know one Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is conflicted. You're like, Theo, what do you mean? Well, Mr. Smith is not the biggest Ryan Day fan. He's not. He's not. Like Mr. Smith would be hard pressed to find something positive to say about Coach Day. But then Coach Day goes and wins the national championship. I'm of the mindset Mr. Smith ain't the only person that's not too happy with Ryan Day. I'm of the mindset he's not. And then double it down on it. Ryan Day goes out and beats Texas. Did we watch the game? No. Did we watch the game? Did we watch the game? Arch Manning. I've lived long enough to say I watched his two uncles play. I have. Saw Archie play. Right. I saw Arch play last year. I did. I saw Arch play last year. I saw Arch play against Georgia last year. I know what the talk. I know what the talk was when he was in high school. I know what the talk was. I know what his last name is. I do. But I ain't seen it. I ain't saying it's not there. I'm not saying it's not there. What I'm saying is this weekend, Arch Manning was not the most exciting, most impressive quarterback I don't think we saw. If we watched college football this Saturday, watched quite a few games, Arch Manning that ain't been what they keep saying it is. It ain't been that. It ain't been that. Not saying it won't be. Not saying that. I'm just thinking because his last name is Manning and Arch sounds a lot like Archie. I'm thinking we might be putting the cart before the horse. Can we wait? Can we wait? Because if we take a look at these numbers, and I know Ryan Day hired an NFL coach, brought him to college. We've seen that happen before. It don't always work out like that. Right. So this is what Arch Manning did. 17 to 30. 170 yards, one interception, one touchdown, and one sack. and he rushed for 10. That's it, 10 yards. 10. He had 8 more yards than Julian saying, and I don't think he's a mobile quarterback. I don't, and he only threw for, let me do this math real quick. He only threw for, I'm going to say 170 minus 126. He only threw for 43 more yards. 33 more yards. Now, I'm not understanding, because this is Arch Manning, right? Steve Sarkisian, right? He's supposed to be a quarterback whisperer, right? Offensive guru. That's what we got going on over there in Texas, right? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. We got red flags on the play. Once again, we got some more red flags where Ohio State held the ball longer. 32:05 to 27:55. They had the ball longer. They did. They did. Now, here's the darndest thing. You'd have thought, just by looking at the stats, Ohio State only had 14 points. That was it. Only 126 yards passing. That was it. 77 yards rushing. That's all they had. Yeah. Ohio State didn't put on no offensive display. They didn't. Here's what Texas did, though. 6 penalties, 1 turnover, 1 sack. And that's what shot Texas in the foot. Once again, I know that's Ohio State. I do. But we put a lot on Texas. We put a lot on Steve Sarkisian. We put a lot on Arch Manning. And all I'm saying is I got some red flags. I don't know what folks want me to do with that. But Mr. Smith says Arch beside Manning. Ray Smith says he tightens up and has not beaten the team up north in years. Hey, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we's gonna do. Chip Kelly wants to in the NFL, and now Brian Hartline is calling plays on offense. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. But what we do know is this: Texas lost. Texas lost. They were the number 1 ranked team in the country, playing the number 3 ranked team in the country. That ain't a good look. That's not a good look. If we go back and we're taking a look at Alabama, Alabama was the number 8 ranked team in the country. Florida State was not ranked. That's not a good look. It ain't. It ain't. So I don't know what we got going on. I don't know what we finna do, but I know folks are saying it was just week 1, and I'm not making any prediction. All I'm saying is I'm looking at red flags. I'm looking at red flags. I don't know if these red flags gonna go away anytime soon, because those are self-inflicted wounds. We got another game that we gonna take a look at. Yeah. I know y'all know I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. We're not gonna do it like that. No. There's a team that played another team. They both got the same names. One of the coaches, I'm not too. Oh Lord, my wife is handing me something here. Lord Jesus, have mercy, Jesus. Y'all hold on right here. Oh, I think we got. We got a strawberry cake. I said strawberry. Don't do that. Country with it. Be country with it. Oh, we got a strawberry cake, and we got coffee, as Jamie Foxx would say, or Ray would say. You know, we gonna make it do what it do. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all back? Y'all back? Yes. Okay. All right. So, like I said, 2 teams played each other. Death Valley. Both named the Tigers. Both got the same name for their stadium. So that's right. Anyway, LSU took on Clemson. Number 9 LSU against number 4 Clemson. Can Brian Kelly finally win the first game? Can he finally win the first game? Oh, that's tough sled. That's tough sled. Can he finally win his first game? He can try and do it against Dabo Swinney. Well, can I say physicality has returned to football? Like, we had quite a few low-scoring games on Saturday night, and this was another low-scoring game. LSU took down Clemson 17-10. I was nervous. There's some red flags. Once again, some red flags there. If you're an LSU fan, Kamoyo King, there's some red flags. LSU won. Here's what we're looking at. Garrett Nussmeier, 28-38, 230 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, 1 sack, right? 2 yards rushing. Cade Klubnik for Clemson, 19-38 for 230 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks, only 1 rushing yard. 17-10. Time of possession, LSU, easily by 15 minutes. Total yards, LSU, easily by damn near 100 yards. Passing yards, LSU. Rushing yards, LSU. Easily LSU. There's some good news and bad news with that one, though. First downs, easily LSU. Penalties, 6 apiece. Turnovers, LSU had 2. Sacks. If we look at the stats, if you just looked at the stats, this was a game that LSU easily should have won. If you just look at the stats, that ain't what happened. I got 2 red flags. The first, LSU had the ball for 37 minutes the entire game. 37. Easily had the ball longer than Clemson. All you got was 17 points. Rushing yards, all you had was 108. That's it. You won. You couldn't get your rushing game going worth nothing. I could easily speak on Clemson. They only had 31 yards rushing, but we're not talking about the ACC. We're talking about the SEC. And I'm looking at LSU, and I don't know if this is enough to get you where you need to be, which is the college football playoffs. I don't know. I don't know if that's enough to get you where you need to be. I understand it, but you almost doubled up the amount of time that Clemson had the football. Easily outrushed them. And you shut down their rushing attack. All you got is 17 points. And mind you, struggling because we left too much time on the clock for Clemson, right? Started playing it safe. The last 10 minutes of the game, playing not to lose instead of playing to win. You trusted in your defense? Okay. Because we know Cade Klubnik normally performs at the house. Normally he performs at the house. That ain't what happened, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to keep up with these notes. Got 2 red flags for Clemson that don't make me have that much confidence. LSU always fights harder at Death Valley. At Death Valley, they can't take being embarrassed there. Listen, I don't know. I did not like Brian Kelly's coaching the last 10 minutes of the game. I felt like he played it safe. I felt like he took the ball out of Nussmeier's hands. I really, really do. I felt like he played not to win. Defensive coach coached a hell of a game. Defense coordinator coached a hell of a game. Brian Kelly, you got the monkey off your back, per se. But I don't know where we go from here. Week 2 will definitely be interesting. Keeping the party rolling. We're going to go on over to my squad. UGA, them Georgia Bulldogs. We gonna talk about them Georgia Bulldogs. Shout out to because I want to make sure Paul Feinbaum. Shout out to Paul Feinbaum. I don't think Paul Feinbaum had that much confidence in my quarterback as much as he had some confidence in other quarterbacks. I don't, but I'm of the mindset you should have had just as much confidence in my quarterback as you had other quarterbacks, because you had seen those quarterbacks just as much as you see my quarterback. Yes, Marshall took on number 5 Georgia Saturday. 45-7 is what that was. Gunnar Stockton. We're gonna talk about Gunnar Stockton. I watched that game kickoff to the end of the ending whistle. 14 of 24 for 190 yards. 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. No sacks. 73 yards rushing. He had 2 more touchdowns running the football. Gunnar Stockton reminded me of somebody this weekend. This Saturday, as I watched Gunnar Stockton play, yes, he reminded me of somebody. Being a Georgia Bulldog fan, you go back. You think of some quarterbacks that came through now. We're not going to do that. We got 2 over there with the Rams right now, right? We got Stetson Bennett, right. And we got the other dude. He hurt right now. Can't remember his name. It's all right. It's all good. We got Aaron Murray. You know, I ain't like that now. We didn't let folks tell it. We didn't have some folks come through. Right. The guy he reminds me of, pleasantly, because Carson Beck was reminding me too much of some other folks that it went through Georgia. Not bad quarterbacks, like I said. Carson Beck remind me more of Matthew Stafford. Carson Beck will remind me of Matthew Stafford. Right. But Matthew Stafford ain't ever won a national championship for Georgia. Neither did Aaron Murray. Right. Now, I'm skeptical going into this season because I don't know. I like the grit, the determination that I'm seeing, that I saw from Gunnar Stockton when he played. Right. But I got Mike Bobo coaching, offense coordinator. I can't tell you I'm a Mike Bobo fan. I'm just being honest with you. The last 2 seasons, him, ever since Todd Grantham went to go to the NFL, I've been looking at Georgia like this. Because we remember what we used to get play-wise from Todd Grantham. Right. So I'm looking, we got Gunnar Stockton. We got Mike Bobo calling the plays. What is we fixing to do? Oh, okay. Okay, that's what we finna do. So now it's got me asking questions. Because I know what it was. Mark Richt really didn't want his quarterbacks running like that. I don't think Curry really telling his quarterbacks not to run. No, you low-key need that in today's college football. So now I'm like, is it that Mike Bobo couldn't call plays? He couldn't call them from Carson Beck? Because Gunnar Stockton reminds me a lot of Stetson Bennett. Like that's what I need folks to understand. He reminds me of Stetson Bennett. And if that's what we got at quarterback, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Let's do some takeaways real quick from this game. Gunnar Stockton, like I said, 14 of 24 for 190 yards. He had 73 yards rushing, 2 touches, throwing the ball, 2 touches, running the football. Georgia, time of possession on their side. Total yards on their side. Passing yards on their side. Rushing yards on their side. 249 yards passing, 239 yards rushing. That is complimentary football. First downs, 27. Penalties, they only had 2. That's a disciplined ball club. Turnovers. None. Now, if I'm going to say a red flag, that would be a red flag. Sacks. 0. As good as Georgia's defense played, limiting Marshall to 207 yards, there were no sacks. There were no interceptions. That could be a problem later on. You need to be able to get an extra possession when you're facing off against better quality teams. But I like what we got in regards to that. South Carolina, Shane Beamer and his team took care of business against Virginia Tech, 24-11. They were ranked number 13 at that particular time. Georgia State got embarrassed by Ole Miss, but Lane Kiffin is Lane Kiffin, and Lane Kiffin gonna do what Lane Kiffin does. Let me keep up with these notes. I want to thank y'all so much for pulling up. This is the SEC with Theo B. I mean, y'all got Austin, Tennessee, and Alabama there. Yeah, we gonna see. Now, I won't pick a game against Alabama, and the reason why I say that is because I think it's a mental thing. I don't think it's a talent thing. I think it's a mental thing. And Georgia is going to have to prove that they know how to beat Alabama for me to pick Georgia. Even though they're playing in Athens, Georgia, they're going to have to prove that they can beat Alabama during the regular season. So I don't. That's just me. I'm not going to do that. Good Lord, that's an ass. They say did you right? Yeah. So Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss 63-7 over Georgia State. Georgia State is fairly new to college football, so they're gonna make it do what it's gonna do. If you are a Texas A&M fan, Mike Elko, they took down the University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners 42-24. Not too much there. If I had to look at something, I would look at rushing yards when it comes to Texas A&M. They gave up 203 yards rushing to the Roadrunners. If you gave up 203 yards to them, time of possession favored the Roadrunners. I ain't saying, I'm just, you go up against a better ball club that's going to run the football. You giving up 203 to them. Okay. Who else we had? We had Oklahoma, number 18, Oklahoma taking on Illinois State. Brent Venables, 35-3 over Illinois State. John Mateer, because, you know, Oklahoma lost their quarterback. He went someplace else in the SEC. Yes, John Mateer was 30-37 for 392 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and only 1 sack, rushed for 24 yards. If I'm Oklahoma, I'm feeling pretty good, except for but actually, you know what? No, Oklahoma, 117 yards rushing to Illinois State. It is what it is. If I was Oklahoma, I would be concerned about the penalties. Got to do a better job cleaning up the penalty. They had 6 penalties to Illinois State's 2 penalties. Vanderbilt took down Charlotte Southern 45-3. Pretty much an easy game. Tennessee took down Syracuse. Josh Heupel makes it do what it does against Syracuse. They took them down 45-26. I would say I'm concerned, though. Once again, we got red flags on the play. Why? Because Syracuse threw for almost 300 yards. Syracuse threw for almost 300 yards. Now, I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. Threw for almost 300 yards, rushed for a little over 100. Defense has got to be showing up by the time you get into SEC play. Who else are we looking at? I believe that is it as far as the teams that did something. We got some interesting games coming up next week. My brother and I will be going over the NFL upcoming week tomorrow night. Y'all make sure y'all join us. Mother Mindset, we're going to be coming around by 8, 9 o'clock. We're going to be talking AFC, NFC, and everything. Y'all make sure y'all check my brother out because he's talking Big Ten football over there. Big Ten football with D-Real. So y'all go check him out. We're going to come back, though. We will come back later on this week. We will talk about upcoming games in the SEC, what we're looking at, and you know, we'll throw some pick'ems out there and everything like that. Look. What I do is what I do. What you do is what you do. Don't blame me for nothing. That said, we are out. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share the video. It's football season. Y'all see what we got going on here and everything like that. It's football season. Football and comic books. It don't get no better than that. Who say superheroes can't play football at the same daggum time? I ain't asking, I'm just asking. Listen, we out. In the meantime, in between time, till next time, in memory of the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.